Welcome back, everybody. In this video, I want to talk about 5 pairs of characters that are extremely effective in PvP. Now, PvP has been out for about a week now, and in my experience, I've come across a lot of different teams. Some of these teams are mishmash teams that include characters I would never even use. A lot of the top meta characters are being rejected, so you're being forced to use characters you might never even use. So if we can take 2 characters and combine them to create what we would call a game changer, then you can effectively have the upper hand in some of the PvP battles. Okay, so let's just get into it with, in no particular order, and this could be potentially biased because again, it is my roster and I am the one playing with these groups of characters, so it could be a little bit different for everyone, but keep in mind that the general thought is the same. These characters work generally the same with their power levels at any power levels that I'm going to talk to you about today. So, number 1, Mortal and Vision. Mortal and Vision together might be my favorite by far to use. When you combine the special ability of Mortal, where he can stun and apply blinds to everyone on the field, and then you follow it up with Vision and his ability block, you completely take the other team out of the game. Their first turn ability is completely in chaos. It's essentially what you're doing is you're combining their 2 abilities to create what would be like a Magneto ability. Now, in these PvP matches, players like Magneto, they're going to be rejected. So if you can kind of formulate what you can get out of Magneto and other characters, then I think that's a really, really good strategy to use. My second group of characters that I want to talk about, again, they're a favorite of mine, and I don't think people would generally use these characters in PvP, but here's a good way that you can. Now, in my situation, I have a very, very strong Mysterio, and when I pair him up with Shocker, okay, Shocker gives him offensive up. So in that first turn, the offense up allows Mysterio to hit with his ultimate, where he comes down and he punches the entire field with offensive up, creating the first turn chaos for the entire enemy team. You will really catch them off guard with that maneuver. Offense up from Shocker, and then you hit him with Mysterio. Now, after the first turn, admittedly so, Shocker isn't that good, and you're not going to get much value out of him in that area. So all he's doing is giving you offensive up for this particular move. But this move is devastating, and it will change the game. My third group, and I'm going to stick within the same Spider-Verse team, and again, it's another synergized team, and these are my only 2, but Venom and Carnage. Now, when you put Venom and Carnage together, okay, they work off each other like Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? Now, if you don't have them together and you have one without the other, they're not as effective. You might be able to get Hela as a good replacement, and for Venom with Carnage, and what they really work well with is Carnage starts the bleeds, and then Venom spreads the bleeds, and then Carnage comes back and puts all the damage off of all those bleeds. And when you don't have them together, there's no bleeds to spread, and when you don't have spread debuffs everywhere, Carnage really isn't that effective. So together, they are a very, very dynamic duo. Apart, they're not so much. Now, moving on to number 4, Shuri and Invisible Woman. And these 2 are extremely, extremely annoying in PvP. They combine with having defense up, barrier, they give health back to the lowest person on your team. They're extremely annoying. I didn't realize how great of a team this was until recently that we started U7. But in PvP, they are as much of a pain in the butt as you can have in a PvP battle. So when you have them on your team, you love them. When you're playing against them, man, do you really hate them. Now, I would strongly suggest when you're playing PvP and the other opponent has these two on their teams, reject one of them. If they have one on their team, reject that one. Don't even go up against a team with Sherry or Invisible Woman. It's just a pain. And I would suggest that if you can put them on your team, you have the upper hand. And those two together, if you're not an experienced PvP player and you go up against these teams, you might not realize why you're losing. But that's the reason why. They have so much synergy together without actually having an synergy in their techs. So coming in number 5 is my last group, and it's a very scary group because you can use these two characters on low power levels and destroy high power teams. And you also get the same combination of two characters creating one ultimate move from another character. And I'm talking about Captain Marvel's opening move. No, I'm not talking about actually using Captain Marvel's opening move. I'm talking about using Loki and Mystique. Now, Loki and Mystique together are such a deadly combo. They essentially have the same move where they take over the enemy, he hits the enemy, their ally hits the enemy, and it's based on their damage. So you can bring these two characters in with pretty low power levels and be able to take out, if the RNG is right, a very high character on the other team. If not, still together, their opening moves where they mind control the other team will make the fight 5-on-4. After that, Loki has the ability to stealth the entire team, and Mystique has the ability to stealth herself. And the mechanics together work extremely well together. Those two are very, very sneaky. You would not understand what happened to you if you go up against a Mystique and Loki team. And these are just some of the things I wanted to talk about in this video. If you like what you heard, don't forget to like and subscribe. We are doing more videos, and we look forward to seeing you some more.